Hey guys, welcome back to Math with Marilyn. Before we get started, make sure to grab your pencil and paper so that you can take proper notes as you follow along. Welcome back. So, this is part two of adding integers. So, there is a part one video is adding integers with the same sign. So, if you need to refer back to that, please do so. This is going to be part two, adding integers with different signs. So the rule says when you're adding integers with different signs that you're going to subtract the absolute value of the numbers, and your answer is going to use the sign of the larger number. All right, so I'm going to show you some visuals so that can make more sense. So again, we're dealing with part two of adding integers. This part pertains to adding integers with different signs. The rule is that you're going to subtract the absolute value of the numbers, and your answer is going to take on the sign of the larger of the two numbers. All right, so let's practice some. So let's start with this first example that says -6 plus 4. First thing you must look for is whether or not you're dealing with two numbers with different signs. And for this example, that will be yes. All right, so in that case, I'm going to apply my rule that says I'm going to subtract the absolute value of the two numbers. So basically, I'm going to do 6 minus 4 is 2. And then my answer is going to take on the sign of the larger of the two. And since 6 is larger than 4 and it has a negative attached to it, my answer must also have a negative attached to it. All right, so again, we just applied the rule. Adding integers with different signs, subtract the absolute value of your numbers. So we did 6 minus 4 gave us 2. And then my answer must take on the sign of the larger number. So since 6 was the larger and it has a negative attached, our answer also has a negative. All right, and then I'm going to show you what that looks like using my plus minus symbols. So if I were using my plus minus symbols, I would draw 6 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm adding to that. I'm going to do it in a different color since they're different. I'm adding to that 4 positives. All right. So in this case, because you have two different signs, whenever you have a negative and a positive, they're going to cancel each other out. It's kind of like me giving you $1 and then taking the dollar back. Now you have nothing. It's zero. And in mathematics, we often say that it cancels out. So everywhere I have a minus and a plus or a plus and a minus, I'm going to say it cancels out. Cancels, cancels. What am I left with? 2 negatives, which is what we found our answer to be when we applied the rule. All right, let's take it a step further and see if we can use our number line to illustrate the same thing. So we started with -6, so I'm going to start there. And we had to add 4. We added a positive 4. Since the 4 is positive, that means I must go in the direction to the right. So from -6, I'm going to shift over 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, which, as you can see, lands me on -2. All right, so that was -6 plus 4. We applied the rule here. We showed you how that also can work with your plus minus symbols. And then we also used our number line as another tool to solve these problems. Let's try one more and then I am going to let you try some on your own. All right, so again, we're looking to make sure we have two numbers with different signs. So in this example, we have positive 8 plus negative 9, which means yes. So I'm going to apply my rules that says I must subtract the absolute value of the numbers. So 9 minus 8, I know, gives me 1. And my answer must have the same sign as the higher number. And since 9 is the larger number and it has a negative attached to it, my answer should have a negative attached to it. So my final answer should be negative 1. Let's use our same plus minus symbols to visualize that. So in this case, I'm going to write 8 positives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 positives. I'm going to add to that 9 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just like we mentioned in the previous example, wherever you have a plus and a minus, they cancel out. Again, it's like me giving you $1 and taking that dollar back. Now you have nothing. And in mathematics, we say that cancels. So I'm going to cancel those out everywhere I have a plus minus. And then obviously you can see I'm left with 1 negative. All right, and the last way that we're going to check this is using our number line. So I'm going to start at positive 8. And then I'm adding to that negative 9. Since that 9 is negative, that lets me know I have to move to the left. I'm moving to the left in the negative direction. So I'm starting at 8. I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, that lands me on negative 1, which was our answer. So again, this is part 2 of adding integers. This part pertains to adding integers with different signs. And the rule is that you subtract the absolute value of the numbers, and then your answer will take on the sign of the larger number. Hopefully this was helpful. Remember to click like. Also make sure you share. And I will see you next time with Math with Marilyn. Thank you.